And happening now, the trial against former Grand Rapids police officer Christopher Schurr, who was charged with second-degree murder and voluntary manslaughter in the death of Patrick Lyoya, ending in a mistrial due to a hung jury. That scene caught on video included a struggle during a traffic stop back in 2022, and Schurr's defense has maintained he acted in self-defense. Today, I heard from the Lyoya family, the prosecution, and the defense sharing their thoughts on this outcome.
That you're unable to reach a verdict as a panel?
Correct.
Okay. And so what I'm going to do is declare a mistrial.
After several days of the jury not being able to reach a verdict, the judge in the criminal case against Christopher Schurr declaring a mistrial. Schurr, who is 34 years old, was facing as much as life behind bars with the chance of parole for the death of Patrick Lyoya, who was a Congolese immigrant who struggled with a former officer after a traffic stop in April 2022.
Myself as a mother, we are not going to be tired. I didn't give up on my son. And we are not going to be tired until when we find the justice for our son. That was really painful to me and to my entire family. And all the lies that he portrayed over there, all the lie that is pure over there.
I've been covering this case since it broke and went to Grand Rapids for protests that followed. During the trial, Schurr took the stand to say he reached a point of exhaustion and feared for his life when he shot 26-year-old Lyoya in the back of the head, while a witness recorded the scene on his phone. Defense attorney Matthew Borgala sharing this reaction after a hung jury.
He obviously wanted some resolution, felt that the jury took the time to deliberate. He appreciates that. They did their job. I do not think this case should be retried. I don't think it should have been charged in the first place. If you listen to the prosecutor's closing statement, that he talked about the chase and whether or not that was reasonable, when the issue should have been whether at the moment of the threat, whether Christopher Schurr was in fear of great bodily harm or death, and whether he acted as a reasonable officer would in that situation.
Obviously, there's a split in terms of what, who was believing what on which side. So this was, they were on point in terms of what they were discussing, so they were very thorough. I talked to the family and I said, give me some time. We're all digesting this at this point in time, and it's something I'm going to talk with them too.
So far, we don't have a timeline on how soon the prosecutor may decide whether or not to refile charges. In the meantime, a lawsuit on behalf of the Lyoya family is moving ahead, led by attorneys Ben Johnson and Ben Crump.